Hello.
Well,
Hello. Good morning or afternoon, evening, depending on where you're located.
Morning, Dylan.
Alrighty, let's
uh,
see. Pull up the notes
okay.
here. We're gonna
So
give
I'll
people a
leave
couple.
you.
Go
So
ahead. Sorry.
I'll just say I'll have to drop in half an hour. I have
That's
another
fine.
conflict. Yeah.
Likewise.
That
Mhm.
is a-okay. Um, okay. Share my screen.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Today is the 22nd of April. All right. Just a reminder, if you are part of the CNCF GitHub org, you're able to edit the notes yourself. If you are not, that is okay. Feel free to just post in the chat and we'll go ahead and add you.
Um, do you know how we can request access to the CNCF organization?
That is a
Because
great question. Usually you have to, I think membership um, is determined by if you either are a maintainer of a project or if you're actually part of a tag. I don't think it's anyone can be um, a member in the org. I may be wrong, but what I'll do is after this call, I'll double check and make sure that's noted. Alrighty. All right. Before we get started, does anyone have any open issues they would like to discuss today, other than our usual housekeeping around initiatives and project reviews? And this can be just simple questions like you had mentioned before, like how to be a member of the GitHub or CNCF org. Um, any and all questions, proposals for new initiatives. Um, there actually is one that I need to add. We'll discuss this later. Um, there is and I'll just leave it open over here. There is a paper initiative. Um, I'm going to call co-review because with tag OR. Okay. We're at 6 past the hour. We'll get started. I believe everyone's attended before, so we don't have any new faces. Um, just to note that the CNCF tag meetings abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct and the Linux Foundation's Code of Conduct. So just keep that in mind as you're participating today. I always forget when we start these meetings to do the Code of Conduct announcement. Um, Alrighty. So getting started with some initiatives. Storage landscape white paper. How are we doing with that?
Yeah, this is not ready yet, still
Okay.
in progress. Yeah.
Okay. Um, what is there left to do? Do you need any help? That we need to kind of
No,
more requests for comment, or just needs to get around with maybe
yeah, no,
reviews and editing.
no, I need to, there are a couple sections that I need to update. Still in the middle of it, have not finished that.
Okay. All right. What about the data storage and cloud native AI white paper?
Yeah, I have an update. I submitted a PR. If you look at the, yeah.
Okay.
So I marked it as work in progress. Take a look. Maybe let's just go over the format of it. And
Sure.
I do have questions for Raghu and Alicia. Okay, maybe take a look first. So basically, because okay, so they're saying, right, they want they want each paper to be short. So what I did
Hmm.
is I have like small .md files. So each one
Hmm.
would be like one file, but then I have an overview page that kind of tie them all together.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if this is the format that they are fine with, or because I think this is the first time we're doing this new thing, right? Or do they want them to be more separate? I guess this is the, so this way each, there's an individual file. Each one is an individual, it can be an individual paper, but we still want to kind of saying there, they are tied together, right? There is an overview. Yeah, this is the overview page. So you can click each one of them and go to each page.
Hmm.
Okay. And yeah, but yeah, I don't know if this is fine or they want more separation, but
Um, yeah, let's have you post this in the TOC channel.
okay, let me do that. Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
post the PR in
okay,
the TOC channel.
okay,
Um, and I'll also we just had the TOC meeting on Tuesday, the public TOC meeting, but I think the next one is in 2 weeks. So if we don't get any traction on this by the next meeting, I'll try and raise it in the meeting.
okay. Another question I'm having is that okay, I'm not seeing Raghu and Alicia here. Uh, so if you look at the paper, the paper that were done earlier, we all have like references, but the one
Hmm.
that are done later, we don't have any references. I don't know if they want to add any or what. So that I have a question for them. The new sections don't have those.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Like this one down here, like the training section.
Yeah, this one does not. Training, inference, and the last one AI agent, and also there's like a data pipeline section. Those are added
Yeah.
by Raghu. Those don't have. I don't know if they want to add any or they just want to leave it like this. That
Okay.
I just noticed
Um,
that because earlier sessions we have those, so I don't know if they want to add them or what.
well, I would suggest maybe if you have those questions around the references, just leave them as a comment on the PR. So that way, when a TOC member comes to review, we can explicitly draw their attention to things that we want to make sure that they
Okay,
clarify.
sure.
Awesome. Sweet. I'm glad to see this. Great work. I know sometimes with these white papers, it can be like herding cats. But I'm excited to see this kind of getting close to the finish line. So this is great.
Yeah, and also of course, folks, please you can review it now. It's uh, of course you can review them in a Google Doc, but now it's here, so you can also add
Yep.
comments there.
Perfect. It doesn't look like we have Bruno or Thomas today either. I have created a new channel and set up a monthly meeting on Mondays for them to try and drive this initiative.
Hmm.
They have an outline in a Google Doc and have requested comments in terms of what they kind of want to get into. for this specific paper. But I know Bruno's been out pre-KubeCon, and Thomas has been pretty busy before, but they seem to be ramping back up now afterwards. So no other updates here other than just kind of bureaucratic Slack channel, setting up a meeting, trying to get more folks, trying to evangelize the initiative and getting more folks to kind of come and participate.
Is the outline for this one still in subject, or should we just start and collect run rough contributions for the paper?
I would say both. If you feel that you want you have comments or questions or concerns about the current outline, I would encourage you to I'm not sure if you're able to comment. I think it's only view. I don't think there's comment permissions. Yep, just viewer. I would point them out. Otherwise, if you feel like you want to claim a section and get started, I would post in the initiative channel, initiative infrastructure lifecycle.
Yeah, okay, that would be great.
Perfect.
I posted a contribution for the previous version from 1 year ago, but yeah,
Yep.
I would be happy
Awesome.
again to
Yeah, if
contribute
there's
to this
stuff
new one.
if there's stuff that carries over from last year, that'd be great. I know there was in the original initiative issue, there was concerns about the scope of the initiative when we first started. That was kind of called out, and so the attempt was to try and narrow the focus from maybe a more broader paper and more one that is focused on infrastructure provisioning patterns and lifecycle management paradigms. So feel free to comment on the issue, comment in the Slack channel, whatever you see fit. But yes, I would say this is open for us to start getting rough content and also discussing the outline itself.
Okay, awesome. I will check that out.
Perfect.
Yeah, it
Thank
looks
you.
like I click on it also, it just says view on it. So I think they should open this one for broader, like comment at least, allow people to.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. We should definitely do that. I'll make a note of that. Actually, I'll go in the channel right now. Can we update the outline? Doc allow comments. This view. Okay. I posted in the channel so I don't forget, because otherwise, if I don't do it now, I will forget later and it won't happen until the next go around. Okay. Any comments or questions about our 3 ongoing initiatives?
Oh, so
we
Alicia, so she joined. So actually, I just want to bring this up. So I have submitted a PR. Did you link it there? Oh, you okay. So
Yep, I can put it in the chat.
this is our paper. So basically, like each section will be a individual.md file. Now for those sections that you added, Alicia, do you want to add any references? Because I just noticed like the earlier sections of the paper have references, but the new sections don't.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to add
Maybe you
references.
can take a look. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
definitely. Especially like I'll look at how the others did. Can you link me that, or like where is this link exactly? Just so I can like easily access it. Is it in our chat?
It's in our agenda doc. If you go to our agenda docs here, I can also
I
put
always
it
lose
there.
our agenda doc. Is it pinned?
Okay.
It's okay. No, I can find it. Is it pinned in our Slack messages?
It is in our, if you look at if you go to tag info, Dylan just put the notes there.
Pins? Oh, okay. So I was looking at our Infra lead chat, which does not have it pinned, but this one does. Okay. All right. Then I can, and it is, which one are you wanting to look at? So I don't forget. initiative
Let
review,
me also
or
put it in. Let me also put it in here. Oh, it's actually in the it's in the Zoom chat too. You can go
yeah,
to the
I see now. I'm
yeah.
gonna save it in my personal thing. Um, alright. Okay. Let me see if I can like also pull in now some like VLM, LMD, Red Hat people on this.
Okay.
Not that I have to, but let me see if I can add something there. I'll take a look. I haven't looked at this. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
All righty. We'll quickly do an initiative review, just poking through any of the. So this one up here is the one I was we got a request to review the AI sustainability papers. Should probably switch this to in progress. There's quite a few other initiatives in here, a few tech reviews requests at the bottom. We'll kind of get into that next. Let's see. This is developer experience. This is security compliance, release notes, AI for science, cloud native white paper. These are security white papers. Okay. I don't see anything that stands out for us to get maybe pick up or get involved in, but I encourage folks, if you hear about initiatives, or feel free to, you don't need to wait to represent the tag. If you feel something is suitable for us to get involved with as an initiative and offer support, feel free to bring it to our attention either in the channel or in these meetings. Or if there is not already an initiative proposed and you have one of your own that you wish to discuss, this is a great forum to do so as well. Alrighty, so I will close out of that. Project reviews, not a lot of updates here on project reviews. There are a few more kind of, I guess I could go back to the same view. Oops, I didn't want to click in and drag in here. Under the TOC project views. These are initiatives, but if I go back to projects and I go to project reviews, we can kind of see the various stages of different projects that need. So for this new pending review is the column that is requesting reviewers. If you haven't done a project review before, I highly recommend it. It is open to everyone to do a project review. We highly encourage folks that's maybe new to the foundation, or even if you're not in tag leadership, like a tech lead or a chair, it's actually a great opportunity for folks to contribute. We specifically ask for new contributors because we want folks that maybe aren't as familiar with projects and maybe are, have a fresh perspective. Is a great way to help evaluate if a project has information easily accessible or not. So there's three different types of reviews. There's governance reviews, technical reviews, and also security reviews. We can pair you up with someone if you've never done one before as well. But there are a couple that look like they're unassigned. KCP for incubating, looks like Backstage as well. KubeVirt, Kubeflow, and Hammy have tech reviews that need to be done. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this exercise. I've never done this before, and I'm wondering if there is any documentation explaining the whole process for
Yes.
reviewing, or at least shadowing someone who has already done this.
Yes. So I would recommend. So there is a meeting separate meeting because this sub project is directly under the TOC, under their advisement. It meets every Thursday, not every Thursdays, every bi-weekly, so every other Thursday. So there's a link here. But feel free to post in the Slack channel as well, CNCF project reviews, saying, "Hey, I'm new. I would love to pick up a project. Can someone pair with me?" I'm happy to also pair as well. And then the documentation. Let me see if I can hop on over. So I'm going to steal the infrastructure lifecycle page here. If I go into subprojects, TOC subprojects, there is a project review subproject here, and all the documentation is in here. So you can see for governance reviews, there's a few docs on review templates, handbook examples. There's a review guide for folks that are doing specifically sandbox projects, as well as the tag domain technical review is a little bit of an older template, and these docs need to be updated. But the one we're calling it a general technical review now instead of a domain. So under general questions, this is for the tech reviews. It kind of talks about, okay, what phase is a project moving? The template is broken down into day 0, day 1, day 2. So if a sandbox project needs a technical review, and then you just kind of fill out the doc all the way just up to day 0. As you see, there's a section for day 1. The purpose of these is not for you to go out and curate the information. It's just meant to be a quick, if you easily can find the information, great. If not, then you just mark out, hey, these are areas for improvement or to do. And the maintainers are expected to kind of work with the TOC and the foundation to provide that information, or at least provide it within their projects. And the purpose of this is that basically these reviews then bubble up to a TOC member. The TOC member will then use the technical reviews, the security reviews, and the governance reviews when they do their due diligence to compile all that information. So again, the purpose here is not for you to fix any of these gaps. So like if a project doesn't describe their high availability requirements anywhere in any type of documentation, then you just basically mark and say, hey, I was unable to find it, or hey, this is missing and needs to be provided. You're not expected to go do the work. You're just here to evaluate, and then that gets passed along to the TOC member. It's meant to be a quick process, not spending too much time on it. But the reason for this is, like I mentioned before, is it's really great to have people who have a fresh perspective, maybe that are unfamiliar with the project, doing these reviews, as opposed to someone who's familiar, because if someone knows about the information, but maybe it's not easily accessible or very visible, then that doesn't do the project any justice. You're just basically kind of covering up those things. So we really prefer if people who have a fresh perspective or haven't been familiar with the project before doing these reviews. So I will link this back over here where the docs are, and yeah, feel free to participate, and kind of throw your hat in the ring. It's a great way to contribute. And it doesn't require you to be in a leadership position for a tag, but it's a great way to kind of build up some contributions, where if you're doing some of the reviews and you have aspirations to be a tech lead for a tag, this is a great way to kind of build up that contribution resume. Okay. Go. You're very welcome. Yeah, and as I noted right here, if you're not able to join the meetings, the best way to get engaged is just to join the Slack channel, and then the TOC project review board. So I believe, Lawrence, thank you for posting that in the chat. I forgot to do that. Board. Cool. Awesome. All right. Any other questions or comments about project review subprojects? Great. Before I get started on this request for us to review an initiative, are there any other open topics? Please take a look at this. Feel free to add anything to the list that you wish to discuss, or just general questions you may have at all that the tag members can answer. Not a problem, Lawrence. Thank you for joining. All right, well then I'll make it quick here. There is a initiative where they have a PR up as well. I commented that we would help. Here we go. 2041 is the paper. They are requesting folks to review the paper. So if there's folks that are able to just take a few minutes to kind of breeze through, add any questions, and just generally review the paper, that'd be great. Otherwise, I know we're all very busy, and if no one's able to get to it this week, I'll try and pick it up over the weekend. All right, that's all I have for today. So if no one else has any questions or open topics, we can end early today. All right. Thank you all. Have a great week, and I will see you all in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good one.